Howdy, how are you? So, we now have an 8x8 balancer coming out of the drills here and going into the furnaces as they come down. And we're using electric furnaces, so we do not need to use coal. I think I might have used coal down there in the steel line improvements, and I didn't need to. I can take that out now that I'm thinking about it. So, oops, excuse me. We need to figure out how much space do we want to give to making sure that these inserters into the chest get enough space. I'm thinking, 9 or 10 tiles worth. Well, just space it out. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It just gives us enough room to maneuver stuff if need be. So that is the closest I want the furnaces to come to the output, just for maneuverability. And then, so we'll have the ore, each ore line here will come out horizontally however far it needs to go in order to get its own space, and then split in half. So let's just go ahead and get that done. Well, let's back up a bit. Let's move this one all the way up here. That is where the outermost one is going to be. So somewhere here. It doesn't really matter where the splitter is. It's not all that important. Bring that there. Okay. So that'll be sent that way. This will be sent this way, however far it needs. And we're going to put 24 of them in the line just because that's evenly divisible. And we've been using 24 for a lot of things lately. That's going to take up a lot of space. Okay, so each of these furnaces is going to input into the middle. On the outside is just going to need a short inserter. Here, we need a power pole. Here, why not here? Output. And we need an output line. Go all the way down here. A couple more just to show that it is an output line. We don't have bots, so we can't just, copy and paste because it just wouldn't save much time. If I was counting correctly, it should be 24. 2, 4, 6, 8 to the bottom of the ore line. 10, 12, 14. 16 to that little patch there. 18, 20, 22 to the bottom of the electricity. 24. Okay, cool. First laser defense is done. Excellent. Extend down our power. We'll call this good. Okay, ready to go. Those are all good. Well, those are all output on this one. Looks like it'll end up with a fairly full belt, just judging by how those little things were progressing down the line. Now, we're going to do the same thing over here, but reversed. And we don't need power poles on the left. Looks like they're already covered. Why are these not lining up? Something changed right here. I put it in the wrong spot. That's what changed. Okay. Same thing over here. All out. Bunch. What's next in the tech tree? Next should be, what is this? Discharge defense. Yeah. Tanks. Where you have a little bit more armor when we go out on the offensive. We're still waiting on inserters. It's fine. Get our belt done. You guys are good. You guys are all going the wrong way, aren't you? You should... Nah. No, they're going the right way. These are the ore that needs to go in. These are all going the wrong way. Good, 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 good. I guess the second batch I started putting in the wrong direction. There and there, okay. Okay, now that all looks good. Just need some lights. If you haven't been able to tell, I like lights. Lights are good. Except why that one isn't on is beyond me. Then a power hole? Nope. It's just getting daylight enough for them to turn off. Okay. So now that'll fill that nicely. So there will be 8 different lines at maximum coming off of this once it's all built up. 8 different lines, and there are 48 different places to insert into the train. So each line needs to support 6. Okay. Or split its product into 6. Ooh. Seems like it's a case for another balancer at the output, even though we know that each of the inputs is going to be identical. Because we made sure that all 8 of these lines will have the same amount of ore, potentially. Obviously only one's connected right now, so only one's being used. It's not going to be long before that one stops moving, though. Due to nowhere to put the product. You can tell the balance is working because all 8 of them are creeping along, even though only one line is being used for output. It's interesting that it's not picking from this side of the belt. It's only picking from that side of the belt. Okay, but so when everything's filled up, all 8 of these will have the same amount of output on this line, however much it is. If it's a full belt or not, I'm not sure. Didn't do the ratio on that. But then it all needs to come up and get split amongst the 48 inserters there. If you're doing it that way, because we know the inputs are equal, these can be divided up without a balancer. If that makes any sense. How do you divide something into 6 when you can only split it in half each time? Guess what you're looking for is something like a 1 into 6 balancer, but if we use these buffer chests correctly, though, it really wouldn't matter, because it's all unified on this one belt, and that one belt has to cover 6. As long as you are flexible with the longer startup time, just have one belt feed all 6 in order. Makes sense to me. So yeah, each one of these belts gets one section, one half of one of the cars. It's also a good benefit of doing the 1 locomotive to 4 cargo wagons thing. So this one's the closest. It needs to come up top The first 4 lines will get this side, next 4 lines will get that side. Okay. I like it. I'm finally talking myself through how we're doing it. Yeah, this will do well. I don't want to do that though. I want to do it like this. It's just going to have to pick up off the corner. There shall be no sharing amongst all these. Off to wherever the second line dumps out at. I need to add another condition to the train because otherwise this is not going to move because it won't have full cargo inventory. Or 10 seconds of inactivity or time passed being... Give it a minute, I guess. Sounds good to me. There's no way these will get full, so. I guess that would fall under the inactivity rule, wouldn't it? Because once it loads everything it can, it'll just go, okay, I'm done. Let's change that back then. If it takes more than 60 seconds and it's still loading, let it continue. How are these jets doing? Well, 2 at a time, it'll still take a while. We'll set up 4 for now. We'll leave the rest later when we use belts 5 through 8. And we're out of red belts anyway. Okay, I'm going to hit your ride back. And is it close to being full? Probably not. So each of these cargo wagons can hold 40 stacks. It'll take a bit of time, especially when I'm only filling it half at a time. It's halfway there. Now that we can see the belt's been pulled from, it does get full by the end. These last 12 aren't needed right now. I guess when I upgrade to blue belts, then yeah, they will be needed. Well, that one clicked on, so the last 8 maybe don't get used. But that's cool. We have an outpost creating iron now. Just not as much as we could use, but it'll work. How close are you to finishing? Close. Time to jump in. We're going to need to destroy some more trees too. We're going to use up a lot of space for this processing. And away we go. One full cargo wagon. Yeah, it's only putting on one side of the belt right now because we're not using the other 2, but that's fine. Perfectly acceptable. So you know that when all 4 are going on this side, at least it'll be balanced. And okay, so we are supplementing our iron on the bus now. So good point to end this episode. I'll see you again next time.